How you guys doing? My name is Kalon Jackson. I'm here with another talented artist. His name is Romey. Rapping, doing this thing for a while, man. Very anticipated artist. Looking forward to him.
Yes, sir.
Romey, just let the fans know that don't already know, man. You know what they can look forward to. And first of all, let them know where you from.
For everybody out there that don't know, it's your boy Romey, MVP Mike with a mic, Midwest King. Yours truly, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, by way of Madison, Wisconsin, man.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, already talented, man. Just let them know some of your influences, man. Like, what made you get started with it?
A lot of influences, I would have to say, you know, from the East Coast, you know, Biggie, Jay, Nas, of course. From the West Coast, you know, you got your Snoops, got, of course, Tupac.
Definitely.
The whole Death Row movement. From the South, you know, you got people like Face, A-Ball and MJG, Outkast, and you know, in my neck of the woods, the Midwest region, you know, you got your Twisters, Common, Kanye, Lupe, you know, Eminem, you know.
So now let me ask you, because you're here in New York right now, you know, doing this interview, and I know you've been doing your music out here for a while, man. So do you incorporate some of those Midwest, you know, influences, or you keep it in New York, or you combine the both? Like, how you usually do it?
I gotta combine them all. Like, I got a record called Rap's My New Hustle, and it's a Jay-Z sample or whatever, and he's basically like, you know, Rap's My New Hustle. And and in that rhyme or whatever, I'm like, I seen Common, seen Twister, seen Ye do it. I seen Biggie, seen Nas, seen Jay do it. Eminem too. Yeah, I studied their music. Then I form my own sound, like I'm acoustic. I call it Illinois, because I'm from Illinois. You see what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like me being a student of the game or whatever, like, and the Midwest being like a melting pot. Like, I'm able to infuse all those sounds.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I know you touched on the label, but you know, maybe you want to give them a little bit more information as far as like the label that you work with. And
right. I have my own company. It's Get Rich Records. You know, I'm the CEO, first artist. I also got other artists. Shout out to Be Easy, Fresh Prince, in-house producer, Unit 7/artist. My man Big Ten. My R&B artist Devontae.
Wow. You hitting every genre then. You hitting covering everything.
Yeah. Then
nice
R&B singer Alicia, pop. And I got a young project that I'm working on, my fellas YGR.
Wow.
Which is Young Get Rich or whatever their group.
I like that.
Hot up and coming. Definitely. So we got that on deck.
So just to ask us, I know, you know, with you being an artist, I know it's got to be, you know, something in the back of your mind, man. The way that the industry is right now, you know, the way the music industry is always like up and down, and it's not the way it was once before. Is that one of the reasons what made you want to start your own company?
I wanted to start my own company or whatever because I always wanted to be in control of my own destiny. Like, I always wanted to, you know, like, seeing the Master P's, the Babies from Cash Money, the DNYs from Rough Riders, the Jay-Z Dame Dashes. I always strive to have ownership just because they was like strive to have ownership.
Definitely.
So when I was, you know, getting into it or whatever, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and start my own company and, you know, and be the first artist that I push and kind of build my company around me. But, you know, like, as far as the music industry and the status in or whatever, I think, like, this is the best time to get into it. Because right now, like, if you're not an exceptional artist, you're not going to make exceptional money. You're not going to sell exceptionally well. You know, it's really all about being that standout dude. And with this, and it's no diss to anybody else, but, you know, like, the game is, like, it's too one-sided. It's not enough balance. So it's like, you know, I'm going to come in and, you know, get my Luke Skywalker on, bring some balance to the force.
Now, I know you said the word that I always love to hear from artists, man, about standing out. What do you feel like you're going to be able to, like, contribute or stand out, you know, from your own style as far as, like, what you're going to bring to the game?
I mean, one thing that I learned over the years, hip-hop always rewards what's new, what's fresh, what's creative, what's innovative. So I think, you know, my flow, the creativity, the substance, the beat selection, you know, just the swag, and just a whole bunch of other things or whatever that I feel like are just God-given to me that I can't really explain in an interview, that I could just naturally do when it comes to music, is what makes it something or whatever that I think fans or whatever will be able to gravitate to. Like, you know, this dude, he's unique. Definitely. He's in his own lane. He's doing his own thing. He's a standout dude.
I love it, man. And also too, like, how do you work with some of the producers that you chose to work with for your album?
For this particular I Am King Street album, go cop that, by the way.
Already.
I was very hands-on with every single track. Like the beat arrangements, the in and out of certain sounds, even reproducing some tracks. Like the track MVP, I think it's song number 18, I want to say, on the album. It's 20 joints on there. That song, the way it originally sounded, it sounds totally different in the final production. A record like Beat It Up, which is song number 10, I believe, it's a totally different track. Same tempo, but it's a totally different track just because of where I went with the flow and went with the concept. Like, it inspired my producer to go in a different way with the track. But like all those, like every single track pretty much didn't, the way that it sounded when I first got it is totally different by the time I got done. It was a lot of sound effects added, or just a lot of different musical instruments thrown in and out, different bass lines, a lot of different bass lines on tracks or whatever. Like, I was just hands-on, and all the different producers that I worked with on the album, they was just really seeing my vision and just made it real easy for me to be like, yo, this is what I'm thinking about this is what I'm thinking about that. They're like, yo, Rome, I feel you on that. Let's do it. And I feel like we got a classic project.
That's what's up. I want to ask about it too, man.